Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 6. I already watched the first 5 episodes. If you want to see my reaction videos about that, I'm gonna put the links into the eye. That's it. This afternoon I'm gonna watch the 2 last episodes of the part 1 of this season 4 of Stranger Things. I'm excited, but I'm also nervous because really, you know, I watched the 2 last episodes this morning and one was really emotional and because of it I cried a lot. The second was full of actions and so many things happened into it and we were really with everyone and we progressed a lot, but at the same time not that much, so you know, it was exhausting to follow that, and these 2 episodes together like that, one really emotional, made to be emotional because it was mostly about Max saying goodbye to everyone and about making the viewers afraid of losing Max. That was an emotional episode, written like an emotional episode on purpose to make people cry, afraid, being stressed and on. The other episode was made on purpose to be full of informations and we had to follow everything. So right there, these 2 last episodes of this part 1 of the season 4, I'm expecting them to be the combination of that, and that's why I'm afraid a little. I'm excited for sure to discover what's gonna happen, but I'm also stressed and afraid for what is gonna happen because also I had this theory during the last episode. I mean, I have that theory since not the beginning but almost, that Vecna is targeting, you know, people who are feeling guilty, who are haunted by something, to torture them, to torment them with that. Maybe because of the story around Vecna, the creation of that creature, you know, I think that it's the first owner of this house, because it was not Victor and his family. Something was already there into this house, so I think that it was the first owner, maybe the one who was sick, someone who was sick, you know, what Victor discovered. And I think that it began with him, that person opened the door to the other world, created Vecna, maybe both of them, but no matter what, it began with that person, and there is a notion right there of feeling guilty about something that you did. During the last episode, we discovered how much Hopper is feeling guilty about what happened to his daughter, what happened with his wife, what happened also when he used that gas and all. Also with Joyce, Elle, like not protecting them enough, maybe putting them in danger even. So he's feeling guilty a lot, and he finished that speech, you know, that moment with "I'm feeling cursed." When we know that Vecna, it's, you know, that creature into D&D, which is spelling curse and stuff like that. So for sure I'm gonna be afraid for Hopper at some point to be Vecna's victim. Okay, I'm afraid, okay, I'm terrified by it, but I'm also really mad in advance, even if maybe it's not gonna happen at all, if the writers really thought of that, are gonna do that, because it's predictable with what they did during the last episode, but also because you fakely killed him during the last season, at the end of the last season, and now you're gonna kill him for good. First, you already did it, and badly, into La Casa de Papel, and I was already mad about it, so I don't want that to happen into Stranger Things. And second, it's lame, you know, to do that, because it means that you don't know what to do with this character in a way, or just like you want to play with the viewers because you know how much the viewers, they love that character. I don't appreciate that. I hope that I'm wrong with that. For Vecna, I'm pretty sure that I'm right with that theory. I had it almost at the same time also that I guessed that Max would be one of Vecna's victims, so everything seems logical for that aspect. Again, we'll see. This house, even before the beginning of the season, just because of the trailers and how much They promoted the season with the image of that house, the image of the clock and all. I thought in the beginning that this house could be a passage, you know, between the worlds, and I still think that it's the case. Vecna is really related to that house. Maybe you can find something to do right there with the clock, maybe. For me, the clock, it's more something symbolic about the time stopped, was broken, you know, during that moment, into that house, like something happened. At first I was like, maybe we can repair things, go back in time, but now I don't think that it's really functioning with the mythology, I mean, the rules of this world, of this universe of Stranger Things, so maybe not, but just, yes, it's a symbolic thing for me, not really something. So we have the situation with this house, with Vecna, with all of our guys. We have the situation with Eleven, who was into Nina, you know, the Nina project, and the fact that she was stuck into that memory. I think my theory for that is the fact that she's stuck into that memory, and that memory came back to her during a certain moment after what she did to Angela, because she was feeling like a monster and like she did something wrong to someone. You know, it was because of the fact that Papa was telling her, what did you do? Like Mike was telling her, what did you do during that moment? We never saw Eleven really doing something wrong during that moment. I don't think that she did something wrong. That guy, he explained it, he said that maybe she buried that memory really deep and she doesn't remember it, and she remembers only the parts in which she's a monster, because right now she thinks that she's a monster. So she needs to be the superhero again, to go back to this memory and to understand that she was not a monster, she didn't do that. That's what I think. That's my theory for that. She's not a monster, she never was, she didn't do anything to these kids. She needs to understand that, to stop thinking that she's a monster and to come back to be a superhero. Right there she followed Papa, but I think that she's bluffing, you know, she almost escaped once, she can do it twice, even more if she's really getting back all of her powers and for life, you know, like not just for a certain period of time. So I don't believe into that. Even if the fact that for now, for Eleven, Hopper is still dead, that, you know, maybe it's not gonna help the situation, but no, I don't believe that, you know, that she can really follow Papa like that, because also we know that Eleven, she went with Owen to get back her powers to save her friends. She needs her powers back, she's not gonna live without having them back to save her friends. Situation with the house, situation with Eleven, situation with Hopper. He's gonna fight that creature. All of that theory about maybe he can be one of the future Vecna's victims, we'll see. And also the fact that for now he lost hope, you know, he didn't try to manipulate this soldier and all, like, yes, he lost hope about getting out and getting back to his place, to his home, and maybe he doesn't want it anymore. We'll see, but yes, he's gonna fight that creature. We have also Joyce and her friend who are right there. They crashed, okay, but still they are right there. Something which is bothering me, the fact that they destroyed that plane, and we need to get back to USA at some point, so how are we gonna do that? And also, how can you go into the jail, you know, save him and all? I think that it's gonna take this episode, maybe 2 episodes. Now I really think that they're gonna keep the reunion between Eleven and Hopper for the part 2 of this season 4. Like, we're not gonna have it right there. It would be too easy, which is not going with what I thought. I thought that the adults will be back for the second part of the season, you know, during or after the episode 5. I don't think that it's the case, not anymore. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right now. Let's go for this episode. Remember that if you want, you have my Patreon on which you can have these episodes earlier, during the day or with 1 day of advance. I can't know in advance, you know, it's gonna depend on YouTube, how much YouTube is gonna be blocking me or not. If you want, you have them on my Patreon no matter what. And also if you want to support me and if you want to have them in extended or full reaction parts, I'm putting the full reaction part only when it's really hard for me to cut into it. No matter what, you're gonna have the extended reaction part, and extended reaction part with episodes which are that long. It's really long. Like I edited the first episode and it was 10 minutes longer. I began to edit the second episode and I think that it's gonna be around the same. So if you can be interested to support me also, you have my Patreon. Check the description to know that. Okay, so let's go to this episode 6. Let's go, guys. It's episode 7, which is really long, right?
You're listening to something I'm listening to. No, you're not. You're not. Eddie is a vessel for Satan. He's made a pact with the devil. Now he has his powers. Where's the girl?
In your ass.
I don't know.
Good boy.
There's still a chance to retain yourself, Mr. Wallace. Where is she?
You really want me to repeat it? You're a good soldier, you're a good soldier.
You know what happens when someone has a stroke? When you were attacked last year, I believed that your signals were scrambled in much the same way as a stroke victim can learn to walk again. I believe you too can return to your full power. Everything that took place in my lab is captured on videotape.
What happened that day?
It's important for you to not just
That memory,
see
you
the
know.
past, but to fully re-experience it. You buried these memories long ago.
Mm-hmm.
There's blood. So much blood. You have demons in your past. That is why we must proceed carefully.
Reporting a homicide out here on the lake. Officer Callahan here and myself arrived.
Not Eddie. The victim and also the one who killed him.
A serial killer on the loose here.
And also identified a person of interest. Eddie Munson.
Where are you? Skull Rock. Do you know it?
Oh, yeah, that's in Cornwallis and Jared. Yeah, I know.
Stay right there. Friends are coming. I want him to be a part of the group now.
Everyone needs to be on their best behavior. Okay?
Okay, why are you
Suzy! Suzy!
I get it. They're just really religious. Oh. Hey. Is Susie here?
You have a little brother, Suzy! And a weirdo! Oh, yes. How many brothers and sisters? It's what? It's Peter Pan's house?
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
You are?
Oh, he has a crush.
Eden.
I will shower for you. I will do anything for you.
Susie! Yeah?
Suzy!
What the heck are you? And what are you doing in my room? We really need your help.
Suzy, she's like, not again.
We're out of here. Last chance. Where's the prison? Told you. You will help you for a right tonight.
We can just leave you here. Because there's nothing for miles.
I saw tracks. In the fury. Bears.
Bears.
Shall we fly out of here, little bird?
Da.
You should go east, not north. My warehouse is there. Supplies, guns, truck.
Okay.
Sabemos что бьел. Но у нас тут всех подставят.
Ты зверь. Из другого мира.
Did you hear that?
Если они хотят убить нас ночью, то зачем на нас еду переводить? Хотят, чтобы мы окрепли, чтобы набрались силы, с чудовищем поборолись, чтобы готовить это чудовище к войне. На прошлой неделе...
It's about 9 feet tall. Thin, white skin. No face. Awesome. Really? Без лица.
He felt it before.
They feed captive predators live prey. Because if they don't, the predator gets bored and it stops eating. We're here to train this monster with swords and axes.
To feed it.
We're here to entertain it.
It's helpful to take a step away for a moment. Let the mind clear.
Are you a friend or not? I mean, you're giving me wrong vibes.
You remind me of someone I used to know really well. Can you guess who that is?
Yourself?
What? Papa said that he doesn't
Exist, I know.
One?
Sometimes. Papa doesn't tell the truth.
Are you?
I spent years with one. Maybe we'll save that story for another day. It doesn't have a happy ending, I'm afraid.
You are one, and you are the one also who attacked them, who killed all of these kids.
He said he had figured it out. He had found his strength in a memory from his past, something that made him sad, but also angry.
That memory
Maybe
for
a
her?
memory like, do you remember the day a strange woman came to see you? This would have been when Pete was still here. She was calling a name to you. That was your mother.
Mama is dead.
You told her?
This place. And the people here are not what you think. Good morning, children.
Show me. You have your long thing like that, like we can't see.
Dude, I'm telling you, you're taking us the wrong way. It's north. Impossible. Check that out. You do realize that Skull Rocket's like a super popular makeout spot? Practically invented it. In the right direction. Steve, why him?
But then I remember this one day, he came to practice with a black eye. It's like everyone back in the targets has something in their life.
Yes.
Something that's...
Hurting them.
Haunting them.
Haunting them.
Hmm.
I didn't really know Patrick, so it was easy to just look the other way. But I did know you. And I'm sorry. I wasn't there. I just didn't look hard enough. Okay? But I see you now.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm proud.
God, we're so adorable. I just miss these. I mean,
What about Vicky? You?
Jonathan and I are fine, but we're good, right?
Repeat it one more time to convince yourself?
He was supposed to be here for the break, and then he backed out at the last minute for some vague, mumbly Jonathan reason. I'm feeling him pulling away lately, and I don't know if it's because we're 2,000 miles away, or if he met someone new, or what.
You miss him. That's the main explanation.
Does that make us friends? As in, officially? Yeah. I mean, right?
Cool.
Oh, boom! Bada bing, bada boom. There she is, Henderson.
Doesn't make sense.
Why not?
Everyone is staring you right in the face. You can't admit it. You just can't admit that you're wrong, you little butthead.
I concur. Total butthead. Jesus, we thought you were a guy.
You know, I'm doing that.
That's nice.
And we are now doing everything in our power to find him.
Even, you know, if they are discovering that he didn't do it and all, no matter what, all of this town.
I understand you all are upset, but I promise you, we will find him.
No!
Oh, the asshole.
You won't!
Jason?
Okay, whatever his name is.
Look, I don't know about the rest of you, but I can't bear to listen to any more excuses and lies.
That's enough.
I agree, I've had enough.
Oh no, another pep talk like, oh no.
These murders are ritualistic sacrifices. They call themselves Hellfire.
Oh!
A club, a harmless club. That's what they want you to think. But it's a lie.
Oh, please.
Last night I became overcome with this feeling of...
You know they didn't do that.
Then I remembered Romans 12:21.
Fine, quote the Bible right now already.
But overcome evil with good.
Am I watching Midnight Mass again?
So much good. It's in this room. Let us cast out this evil in safe pockets together.
No.
What are y'all just sitting around for? You heard the kid?
Huh?
Hey.
Milice? You're gonna create milice? You're gonna...
Terminator Project is the code name for a video game.
Well, no, it's not just a video game. It's a video game console. Right, it's for the promotion. The The first people to find the secret location receive,
Oh, you didn't have the entire truth.
I would do anything for Dusty Bun, but I'm afraid there's been an unfortunate development. I've never seen Father so angry. Naturally, after learning the terrible truth,
Pick up your computer.
but it looks like you came all the way here for nothing.
I love this family.
Unless there might be a way.
Can you use all of your crazy brothers and sisters?
A lot of help.